What if the most dangerous part of your day is the moment you close your eyes? Not because of nightmares, not because of disease, but because of tiny bedtime habits you've done for years without ever realizing they could be slowly shutting your body down. Sounds extreme? It's not. After age 70, something shifts. The body becomes more fragile. And while sleep should be when we recover, rest, and recharge it, can actually become the silent window when strokes, heart attacks, or sudden cardiac death strike hardest. And here's the kicker. Most people have no idea they're setting themselves up for it. They think they're doing what's normal. Routine. But some of the simplest nighttime habits, things you probably did last night, can quietly sabotage your heart, your brain, and your chance to wake up tomorrow. Are you unknowingly putting yourself at risk? In this video, we'll walk through 7 deceptively normal sleeping habits that have already led to tragedy for thousands of seniors this year alone. The final one? It's the most dangerous of them all, and chances are you've done it too. Don't wait until it's too late. Let's get into it. Habit number 1. The late night meal that could overwhelm your heart. Do you tend to eat late at night? That little craving before bed might seem harmless, but after age 70, it can be surprisingly dangerous. As we age, our bodies slow down. Digestion isn't as quick. Metabolism loses its efficiency, and the cardiovascular system becomes far more sensitive to pressure. When you eat right before going to bed, especially a heavy meal, you're asking your body to keep working hard during the hours it's supposed to be resting and repairing. Now think about what that means for your heart. Studies show that late-night eating can lead to elevated blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, and even sudden cardiac events. Foods high in fat or refined carbohydrates spike blood sugar and encourage plaque buildup in the arteries, putting extra strain on a heart that's already working overtime. And the danger doesn't stop there. Many older adults overlook the subtle warning signs their bodies send after a late meal, things like heartburn, a burning chest, or acid reflux. But those discomforts can spiral into something much more serious. Lying down with a full stomach allows stomach acid to travel back into the esophagus, irritating and inflaming tissue. Over time, that reflux can trigger breathing problems, or worse, aspiration pneumonia, potentially fatal condition in seniors. Acid reflux also increases the risk of sleep apnea, where your breathing stops and starts throughout the night, robbing your brain and heart of oxygen. That puts your cardiovascular system under even more stress and raises the chances of a heart attack or stroke during sleep. So what can you do? The good news is, this is one of the easiest habits to fix, and the benefits show up fast. Try eating dinner at least 3 hours before you go to bed. That gives your body enough time to process food without interfering with rest. Skip the greasy takeout and refined carbs. Instead, reach for light protein, vegetables, or whole grains. Raise the head of your bed slightly to reduce reflux. And if you really need a snack before bed, go for something gentle like fruit, plain yogurt, or a small handful of nuts. With just a few small changes, you can reduce the burden on your heart, sleep more soundly, and lower your risk of nighttime complications. And remember, this is just the first deadly mistake. The next habit? It's even more dangerous. It's something nearly everyone does, without a second thought. Habit number 2. The hidden risk of drinking too much water before bed. We all know how important it is to stay hydrated, especially as we get older. But there's one time of day when drinking too much water can do more harm than good. Right before bed. If you've gotten into the habit of sipping water or tea late at night, you might not realize the silent risks it carries. And it's not just about waking up to use the bathroom. This simple act could actually increase your risk of falls, blood pressure fluctuations, and even heart trouble. Here's why. As we age, our kidneys and bladder don't work quite like they used to. The kidneys continue filtering blood overnight, but the bladder's capacity to hold urine decreases. So, When you drink a lot before sleep, your chances of waking up multiple times to use the bathroom go way up. And that's where the real danger begins. Getting out of bed in the middle of the night when it's dark, when you're still half asleep, and when your blood pressure is naturally lower, creates the perfect storm for a serious fall. Studies show that nighttime falls are one of the top reasons older adults end up in the ER. A single misstep can lead to dizziness, fainting, or even a broken hip. But there's more. Excess fluid at night puts added stress on your heart. While you sleep, your heart rate naturally slows, and your circulation shifts to support rest and repair. When your body has to process extra fluids, your heart may need to work harder, causing blood pressure and heart rate to spike. Especially risky for anyone with existing heart issues. Interrupted sleep is also a concern. Waking up repeatedly through the night may seem like a minor inconvenience, but over time, poor sleep takes a toll on the brain. It increases inflammation, impairs memory, and is linked to a higher risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. So what can you do? Thankfully, this is another habit you can adjust easily. Make sure to hydrate well throughout the day, but reduce your intake in the last few hours before bed. Ideally, stop drinking large amounts of liquid at least 2 hours before sleep. Avoid drinks that act as diuretics in the evening like coffee, black tea, green tea, or certain juices. If you feel thirsty close to bedtime, take just a few small sips of water, not a full glass. If you do need to get up at night, keep a nightlight on and move slowly to avoid sudden drops in blood pressure or accidental falls. By making these simple adjustments, you'll sleep more soundly, protect your heart, and lower your risk of nighttime injuries. But be warned, the next habit could be robbing your body of its ability to truly heal during sleep. And chances are, you've never even thought of it as dangerous. Habit number 3. Why a hot room could be deadly. On chilly nights, it's natural to reach for a space heater. Close every window and pile on thick blankets. A cozy room feels comforting, but for anyone over 70, it can quietly become a serious health risk. Most older adults don't realize that sleeping in a hot bedroom can significantly raise the risk of heart problems, dehydration, and even sudden death during sleep. Our bodies rely on internal temperature regulation to enter deep, restorative sleep. And when the room is too warm, that process is disrupted. Here's what happens. At night, your core body temperature naturally drops. That drop isn't random, it's part of how the body triggers deep sleep, repairs tissue, balances hormones, and even strengthens memory. But when your bedroom is overheated, your body has to work overtime just to stay cool. That effort puts extra stress on the heart and makes true rest much harder to achieve. Worse yet, warm rooms can cause nighttime dehydration. As your body sweats in its effort to cool down, you lose fluids. In seniors, even mild dehydration can thicken the blood, raising the risk of blood clots, stroke, and heart attacks. Overheating also disrupts the deeper stages of sleep. You may wake up multiple times during the night without realizing it, leaving you groggy and unrested the next day. Poor sleep has been directly linked to higher blood pressure, reduced brain function, and a weaker immune system. And if you already have heart or breathing conditions, the risk is even greater. For those with high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, or any kind of cardiac issue, the body's extra effort to regulate temperature at night can trigger arrhythmias, blood pressure spikes, and even acute cardiac events. People living with respiratory problems like asthma or COPD may also find it harder to breathe in stuffy, overheated spaces, reducing oxygen levels and worsening symptoms. So what's the solution? Fortunately, a few small changes to your bedroom environment can go a long way towards safer sleep. Keep the temperature between 64 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 22 Celsius. That's the ideal range for restful, healthy sleep. Avoid heavy blankets and thick pajamas. Choose breathable, lightweight materials like cotton, Use a fan or a humidifier to improve air circulation, and, if possible, crack a window slightly to allow fresh air to flow in. This helps prevent heat buildup and keeps the air clean and comfortable. These simple steps can protect your heart, support easier breathing, and improve the quality of your rest. Now that you know how dangerous a hot room can be, get ready for the next silent risk. It's a habit so common. Most people never question it, yet it may dramatically raise your risk of stroke. Habit number 4. The sleeping position that could raise your risk of stroke. Most people sleep in the same position for years without ever thinking twice about it. But after age 70, the way you lie down at night can affect not just how well you sleep, but whether you wake up safely at all. Research has shown that certain sleep positions can increase the risk of stroke, restrict blood flow, and even weaken your ability to breathe properly during the night. If you've never thought about how your sleep posture could affect your health, now is the time to take it seriously before it becomes a real danger. So, what's the worst sleep position after 70? Sleeping on your back. For older adults, especially those with high blood pressure, heart conditions, or sleep apnea, laying flat on your back can be risky. That's because the soft tissues in your throat and tongue can fall backward, partially blocking your airway. This can lead to a condition known as obstructive sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. Over time, that lack of oxygen can take a toll on your brain, raise your blood pressure, and increase your risk of both stroke and heart attack. But there's more. Sleeping on your back may also interfere with proper circulation, especially in people with vascular issues. Poor blood flow can raise the risk of blood clots, which are a leading cause of ischemic strokes. So, what about sleeping on your right side? It sounds better, but it may not be ideal either. Sleeping on your right side can put pressure on the inferior vena cava major vein that carries blood back to the heart. That added pressure can slow down circulation, lead to fluid retention, and raise the risk of heart failure. So, what's the safest way to sleep after 70? Experts agree. The best position is sleeping on your left side. It helps improve circulation, supports digestion, reduces acid reflux, and promotes better blood flow to the brain, all of which can lower your risk of stroke while you sleep. Now, switching sleep positions isn't always easy, especially if your body is used to one way. But there are simple strategies that can help. Place a firm pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned and relieve pressure on your back. Use a pillow behind your back to prevent rolling onto your right side or back during the night. You can even try a cervical pillow to support your neck and improve your breathing. And if you struggle with acid reflux, slightly elevating the head of your bed can reduce burning sensations and help you breathe more easily. These simple shifts in how you sleep can protect your brain, support your heart, and lead to deeper, safer rest. Now that you know how your sleeping position could silently impact your health, get ready for the next habit. This one can cause dizziness, dangerous falls, and even fainting in the middle of the night. Habit number 5. The morning mistake that could make you faint or fall. Have you ever felt lightheaded or had your vision dim for a moment after getting out of bed? It might seem harmless, but after age 70, this warning sign should never be ignored. Suddenly standing up, especially in the middle of the night, can cause your blood pressure to drop too quickly. This can lead to dizziness, a loss of balance, and in some cases, complete fainting. The condition is known as orthostatic hypotension, and it's one of the leading causes of falls and fractures in older adults. Now imagine this. It's 3 a.m. You wake up needing the bathroom, and without thinking, you stand up too fast. In just a few seconds, it feels like the floor disappears beneath you. That's because when you go from lying down to standing, your body needs a moment to adjust blood flow. If it can't respond quickly enough, you could lose consciousness and fall hard. And the dangers of a fall at night? Far more serious than most people realize. Falls are among the most dangerous events for older adults. Even a single fall can cause hip fractures, broken wrists, or traumatic head injuries. But it doesn't stop there. A serious fall often leads to hospital stays, reduced mobility, and in some cases, long-term disability or even death. And then there's the emotional toll. Many seniors who've fallen once develop a fear of falling again. That fear can lead to reduced movement, muscle loss, and even higher chances of future falls. Even more concerning, some falls happen not from tripping but from fainting. If you're dehydrated or already dealing with low blood pressure, your brain might not get enough oxygen when you suddenly stand. This can cause a momentary blackout, making a fall unavoidable. So how do you protect yourself? Thankfully, a few small changes can make a huge difference. Start by taking your time. When you wake up, sit at the edge of the bed for a few seconds before standing. This gives your body a chance to adjust your blood pressure gradually. Keep a glass of water by your bedside. Dehydration makes orthostatic hypotension worse, so taking a few small sips before getting up can help stabilize you. Use a soft nightlight. A dark room increases your chances of tripping. Install soft lighting along the path to your bathroom so you can move safely. Hold on to something sturdy when standing. A bedside rail or a nearby dresser can help you steady yourself as you rise. Avoid slippery clothing or rugs. Walking barefoot or in smooth socks can be risky. Choose non-slip slippers instead. By making these adjustments, you can dramatically lower your risk of nighttime fall sand, protect your independence and long-term health. Now that you know how to wake up safely, let's move on to a habit that many people overlook, one that could be a warning sign that something more serious is going on inside your body. Habit number 6. Snoring, sleep apnea, and insomnia, the nighttime warning signs you can't ignore. A lot of people think snoring is just a part of getting older. It might seem harmless and funny, but frequent snoring and pauses in breathing during sleep could be signs of something far more dangerous. Obstructive sleep apnea. Left untreated, sleep apnea can dramatically increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, and even sudden death during the night. So, what actually happens when you have sleep apnea? During sleep, the muscles in your throat naturally relax. But for some people, that relaxation causes the airway to become partially or completely blocked. When this happens, airflow stops, sometimes for several seconds, over and over again throughout the night. Most people don't even know it's happening. Every time breathing stops, the oxygen level in your blood drops. In response, your heart has to work harder to keep you alive. Over time, this constant strain can lead to high blood pressure, heart failure, and a much higher risk of cardiovascular emergencies. And that's not all. People with sleep apnea rarely reach the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep. This results in chronic fatigue, poor memory, a higher chance of falls, and over time, it may even increase the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. But here's the problem. Many people with sleep apnea don't even know they have it. In most cases, it's a bed partner or family member who first notices the signs: loud snoring, gasping for air, or long pauses in breathing, followed by sudden jolts awake. Other symptoms include waking up with a dry mouth, morning headaches, daytime fatigue, and feeling unusually sleepy, even after what seems like a full night of sleep. If any of this sounds familiar, it's essential to talk to your doctor and consider a sleep study. And it's not just apnea. Chronic insomnia can be just as dangerous. If you struggle to fall asleep, wake up multiple times for no clear reason, or feel unrested despite being in bed for hours, something deeper may be going on. Insomnia can be linked to heart conditions, neurological disorders, or hormonal imbalances. It can weaken the immune system and increase stress levels, both of which raise your risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and more. So what can you do to protect your sleep and your health? Start by adjusting how you sleep. Avoid lying on your back. That position worsens airway obstruction. Try sleeping on your side instead. Maintain a healthy weight. Extra fat around the neck makes sleep apnea more severe. Avoid alcohol and sedatives before bed. These relax the throat muscles too much, making breathing problems worse. Create a sleep-friendly environment, dark, quiet, and cool. A calm space supports deeper, more restorative sleep. And if your doctor recommends it, using a CPAP machine can be life-changing. It keeps your airway open through the night, helping you breathe steadily and sleep deeply. Addressing sleep disorders can do more than improve how you feel each day. It can extend your life, protect your heart, and help you think more clearly. Now that you understand just how serious nighttime breathing issues can be, let's talk about a habit many people do without realizing it. And it may be quietly poisoning your body before you ever fall asleep. Habit number 7. The bedtime medications that may be silently harming you. For many people over 70, taking medication before bed is just part of the nightly routine. Whether it's a sleep aid, blood pressure pill, or muscle relaxant, it often feels like just another step to wind down the day. But what most people don't realize is that some of these medications, though prescribed, can quietly disrupt breathing, circulation, and even brain function during for anxiety and insomnia. But they work by slowing down the central nervous system, which also slows down your breathing. For older adults, this can be especially dangerous. If you already have a heart or respiratory condition, the effects of these medications can compound, making nighttime far riskier. These drugs can also lead to dizziness or confusion upon waking, significantly increasing the risk of falls and fractures. Even more common medications like certain antidepressants or muscle relaxers can interfere with deep sleep. They may reduce the quality of your rest, affect memory, and impair cognitive function over time. Then there's blood pressure medication. Many people take it at night, and for some that's fine. But for others, especially older adults, it can cause an unexpected drop in blood pressure while sleeping. If that pressure falls too low, blood flow to the brain may decrease, increasing the risk of an ischemic stroke. In the morning, this same drop in blood pressure can make you feel lightheaded or even cause fainting when you try to get out of bed. Pain relievers can be risky too. Drugs like ibuprofen or diclofenac are often used at bedtime to ease joint or muscle pain. But frequent use can put strain on the kidneys and liver, slowing down the body's ability to eliminate toxins. Some of these medications can also interfere with blood clotting, raising the risk of internal bleeding or even hemorrhagic stroke. So what can you do to stay safe? If you take medication at night, it's essential to be proactive. Talk to your doctor. Never adjust your prescriptions without guidance, but ask whether there are safer alternatives or different timing strategies that might work better for your body. Avoid unnecessary sedatives. If you're struggling to sleep, try natural methods first, like calming herbal teas, deep breathing, or a consistent bedtime routine. Monitor your blood pressure. If you take nighttime medication for high blood pressure, check your readings regularly to make sure your levels aren't dropping too low while you sleep. Be cautious with drug combinations. Some medications can amplify each other's effects, making side effects worse, especially when taken together at night. These small adjustments in how and when you take your medication could make a major difference in your long-term safety, your energy during the day, and even your overall lifespan. Now that you've seen how something as simple as a nightly pill could impact your health, it's time to put all the pieces together and make sure your nighttime routine is working for you, not against you. Now that you know the 7 silent bedtime habits that could be putting your life at risk, the next step is clear. It's time to take action. The good news? Small changes can make a big difference. Whether it's adjusting the temperature in your bedroom, shifting how you sleep, or simply avoiding heavy snacks before bed, every choice matters. Every night is a new chance to protect your heart, your mind, and your body. It's never too late to build habits that support deep, restful, and safe sleep. Remember, what you do before bed doesn't just affect how well you rest, it affects how well you live. Talk to your doctor. Listen to your body. Take care of yourself like someone who truly matters because you do. Your health is worth the effort. Your life is worth protecting. And it all begins tonight with the way you choose to sleep.